we finally have our first guest, a little bit of toilet talk, and some funny nicknames. All this week on Jim, Joe, Steve Show.
Here's a story about 20 years ago. Three bros who grew up in Baltimore to the beach show. Every summer they had to go before they got married with kids. Now they all grown. Long trips to New York and Toronto. Playing beer pong with Captain Morgan's. Free throws. And if you don't know, now you know. Coming in hot. Jim, Joe, Steve Show.
Hi, and welcome back for another episode of Jim, Joe, Steve Show. My name's Joe, and I'm here with Jim.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And Steve.
I'm glad it's my turn to pick beers today.
Oh, seltzer it up, baby. A little bit of Mickey's. My name is Joe, and today it is Jim, Joe, Steve Show, Party of Four, with our first guest, allegedly E-Rock. E-Rock, welcome to the show.
Thank you. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm great. A little nervous, but
I mean,
excited.
you shouldn't be too nervous. You're a rock star.
I wouldn't do
I know you perform in front of bands. I mean, in front of people. Not in front of bands.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done that.
So, how's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Good. Ready to drink this Mickey.
Oh yeah. So Steve, I think got all of our beer tonight for the price that I usually spend.
What
Yeah.
we got ponies and Mickey.
Yep. I decided that I'm sick of drinking IPAs every time.
So you wanted malt liquor.
So I get malt liquor. I was going to buy something that actually would not be malt liquor, like a normal beer. But then I'd feel like you guys might have all drank what I buy.
We kind of expected
that would have been fine.
that.
Yeah, but I decided.
Dude, all
I said, fuck it.
IPAs taste the same, man.
They
Oh,
do.
no chance.
He's like trash.
All the same. It's all the same. Mickey's is like drinking those things. It's like takes you back to
It's like
10th
drinking your
grade.
childhood.
Yeah, I know.
10th grade.
I know. Eric and I have drank a lot of Mickeys, but it was always like we drank the ponies. I think when it was like a special occasion. Usually we just buy like a 40.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
actually the first time I've seen ponies. I've only
really?
ever,
They
I've
make
only
them
ever
anymore.
seen the
I didn't
40s.
either. So
Or
I don't.
Deuce Deuces
This liquor store. I don't even know. Like they could have been sitting there for like
since 1996.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, there's 16-year-olds somewhere. So, you know.
I can actually see drips in the glass.
I know. So I think one of them has an expiration date, and I tried to read it, and I was like, oh,
Legend has it, if you stick your ear to empty bottles, you can hear Spring Break 2000.
All right, so I'm going to drink this. Cheers, guys.
All right,
Welcome.
cheers.
Welcome to the show, Eric.
Yes,
Excited
sir.
to have you, man.
Yes, sir.
So, his real identity's being revealed tonight. So, if you haven't already picked it up, allegedly E-Rock is our buddy Eric,
Yep.
Steve's childhood buddy,
Yep.
and getting into this nickname thing. I've been talking with my friends outside of this and kind of getting to the funny nickname bit, and we've talked about some funny nicknames. And Earth Tones Chad is just
Earth Tones Chad
such
is
a good
has to
I
nickname.
be
never
the
thought
best.
about it. Like, it's just how
It's just what it was.
Because
He
he just
always wears brown shirts and these khaki capris,
yeah.
where he just like cuts them off. Doesn't matter what time of year it is.
But
Like,
the
it's a-
funny part about that is Steve said he wears that stuff because he's colorblind, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
he
didn't
is
know that.
colorblind.
We just thought he was like
so
Inspector
much
Gadget,
better.
where he just had the same uniform like
Right,
in his
right,
closet.
right.
But no, he was like, yeah, I can't match colors, so I just pick out the colors that I know.
I mean,
He's
go
the
with
only
what works.
colorblind person I've ever met. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I was talking to one of my other buddies about nicknames, and it made me think of some of the nicknames that some of my friends have, and my brother-in-law specifically has some pretty funny like him and his group of friends have some pretty funny nicknames, but theirs are all extremely literal. For example, one of them, who's an avid listener, this guy actually started listening. I texted him because I knew he liked podcasts, so I texted him and started, hey, check this out, let me know what you think, and he responded back quickly, like it's
fucking
awesome.
sucks.
no, he liked it. But his nickname is Floor Dump, and it was because one day
why.
he took a dump on a floor, and so he's forever Floor Dump. So FD, thanks for listening. They've got another friend who's
He's grown up now. Now it's just FD.
yeah, it's
You
quicker
get tired of saying floor dump all the time, so you're just like, fucking, I'll just.
It's quicker to text FD. And then they have another one whose nickname is Spider Panic. And it's because one time I think he was wasted and he freaked out and climbed up a tree.
Oh, really? I thought it was going to be like he was afraid of a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Spider Panic. So I'm talking to my coworker, and he told me about this years ago, and I got the audio for which I'll get to at the end of this story. But his friend works with a guy named Jimmy, and Jimmy calls out of work one day and leaves a voicemail that says, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it to work today. I got some diarrhea." So this guy's nickname henceforth is Jimmy Diarrhea.
Hey, Jimmy Diarrhea.
Heyo.
And it's so
I know,
good.
it sounds like somebody from Goodfellas.
So they took this voicemail and they like remixed the song out of it.
Hey Dave, it's James. I got some diarrhea. Throwing up diarrhea.
So do you guys have any fun nicknames? And I guess if you don't, this is going to fall flat quick and we'll have to pivot.
I mean, we have
Ours are pretty
Poodle.
Poodle. Shout out to
yeah.
Poodle.
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah. And why is it Poodle?
Because
All right. He is a beer snob. So
Easy.
growing up, I mean, if it wasn't Miller Lite, I think that was it. He wouldn't drink it.
Oh,
or
he
would
wasn't
drink
a snob. He just only liked one beer.
Yeah, it was insane. It's like all the time. It's just Miller Lite, Miller Lite, Miller Lite. And I think one day we got something else. You know, when you're like 19, you don't have a choice. Sometimes you get what you get.
No. You got to get what the homeless guy buys for you.
He bitched the whole time. And I remember just sitting there. I was like, you know what? I was like, you're like a little poodle. Just out of
poodles
nowhere.
are prissy
Yeah.
dogs.
And he's
so.
not a prissy. He's one of the greatest guys I've ever met. But it just stuck, and I feel horrible to this day about it.
Like sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Because I don't think he likes it.
Oh, really?
I mean, would you like to be called Poodle?
I mean, I think it's I think
It's not floor dump, but
I think nicknames like that are endearing. Like
Really?
Yeah.
no matter what they
Yeah.
are. Yeah, I think they're endearing.
You
I mean,
need
we had-
true friends
Yeah.
to get crazy nicknames like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we have nicknames for people that we kind of know. There's a girl that we're acquaintances with.
Girls probably don't generally like their nicknames.
I feel bad. And then somebody said she looks like Ron Perlman, Hellboy. So we call her Ron Perlman. I'm not. Don't ask her.
we would say we'll see her in a bar and we'd be like, "Oh, Ron's here."
It's horrible.
That's tough.
It's horrible. And it's
That's
just,
tough.
does
We-
she really look like Hellboy? I
No,
don't think so.
yeah.
But somebody just said it, and it just
the resemblance.
Just,
is there.
sometimes something just clicks, and you just got to go with it.
The only nickname to kind of put a cap on this is we all know
Somebody's
bored with this conversation.
because I'm ready to move on, guys.
I mean most of us know him, but Boner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's such an endearing name, and he listens. So shout out to Boner. I wish I knew how that nickname.
You
came
don't know
about.
how that happened?
No,
I remember meeting him at the beach, and you guys were like, "Oh, this is Boner," and I was just like,
That's a cool
That's
name.
that's tough.
"Hello."
I mean, on Facebook, his wife still says Boner. So I mean, it's still going strong. So what's up, Boner?
Did you get the phone number set up or no?
I didn't.
So one thing we're working on is getting a phone number set up for our listeners to call in, and that would be a great. Boner could call in and maybe leave us a voicemail with the story of how Boner came to be.
That would be awesome.
So we're going to hopefully get that set up in the next couple weeks. And
Yeah, luckily, I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't. I don't have a phone line because you have to.
Wait, didn't all three of you guys work at the biggest phone company in the America?
Yeah. But the thing is, we're
Okay.
trying to make it like where it's like
Just a
relates to
voicemail.
the show. Yeah, and it relates
Gotcha.
to the show. The phone number actually relates to the show.
Huh.
So, and you have to link a Google one to a real phone number.
actual phone number.
And none of us want to use a real phone number. So I have like a Xfinity phone number that like I don't use, but it sends you a confirmation to it, but I don't have a phone hooked up to it, so I need to like find a phone to plug into it.
So the analytics say that ratings don't really matter. So people like asking listeners to review the show, rate the show, it doesn't really matter so much. So we just thought if people actually want to review us or talk to us or leave something funny that would be on the show, that
Yeah.
would be more that would be more entertaining.
Yeah, you get drunk at night and
to
then
be able to call in,
say
leave
something.
a voicemail,
Yeah.
and us play it on the air. Then,
derogatory terms. And stuff.
What about this? What about old AOL screen names or old teenage or when we were younger email names that were maybe embarrassing?
Oh,
Does anybody
man.
have one?
Yeah. So mine was
I know yours.
I know. I know.
mine was Pusa Man. It was
You spelled that
PUSAMAN for Presidents of the United States of America because they were my favorite band
you
growing
would
up.
love
Dude,
that
I was just
fucking
we were
band.
coming back from the Poconos this weekend, and I listened to
God,
maybe half the album. I had to turn off.
I love Eric so much. We come back from the Poconos last weekend. Like,
Poconos, baby.
That couldn't have been like a better place for you to come back.
I've never
from.
been there. You know what? I thought the Poconos were in like the Bahamas until about until about 8 years ago.
Did you stay in a place that had like a margarita hot dog?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah. The wine
if you
glass,
told me
the
pack
champagne
your
glass.
bags, we're going to the Poconos,
Oh,
I
we
would
gotta get on a
flip flops,
plane.
shorts, and Hawaiian t-shirts. So that would have been horrible. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah,
But anyway, presents.
Yeah, no, we moved past that.
No, that's where the stories came from.
I mean, there's,
No, he
there's
just-
a couple songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it was. You didn't-
Oh,
What did
yeah.
that have to do with Presidents?
Nobody
of the
liked
United
them
States
as
of
much
Oh,
America?
we're talking about old screen names and email. Till this day, my email address is praying to poop with the 2, with the number 2.
Right.
And
Yeah, I didn't
everywhere I
want
go,
to
they're
Isn't
like,
that your Twitter name too?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say I know I've seen that somewhere.
And it's the older I get, the more embarrassing it is just to
But
say.
you're not going to change it.
No, I'm just too lazy.
You stick with what works.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I stuck with this long, and now it's being used. Now it's out there forever.
Yeah, I think I've always used the same name that everybody calls me.
Which
Steve?
is
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
No,
I
don't
guess-
even say it because it's your login for everything.
It's my last name.
anything good from you?
I'm gonna have the
No,
Tinder
I didn't-
Tinder swindler
I didn't
coming
have
after me.
I didn't have like a it
Like
was-
some emo bands. Like
no,
a quote
it
from
was
an
it
emo
was
band.
Trusted 357.
Oh, that's right. I do.
mean,
Yeah, I remember that.
My brother had Dr. Squidman. And then he changed it to something a little bit more appropriate. I eat brains.
So I've talked with people bring up different things that they've heard on the show and like how it kind of relates to them in their life, and it's been kind of cool. Like I've learned that a lot more people in my life than I ever would have thought like Brown Swagger sandwiches.
Brown Swagger sandwich.
Brown
Brown
Swagger
Swagger.
sandwiches.
Dope, man.
Yeah, I
No.
right. A
Really?
lot of people like those. I also do you remember the Christmas episode we talked about the Kentucky Fried Chicken, the KFC
Yeah.
tradition? So my buddy Brad lived in Japan, and their obsession with KFC goes beyond Christmas. So apparently, after weddings, it's a big deal that like can't remember if they all go to a KFC or they get like the after party catered by KFC.
That's
Oh, really?
wild.
Yeah,
It's like Demolition Man and stuff there, man.
right.
I'm trying to think because I was like, oh, wait a minute. Because I watch a lot of 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, we know you do.
The best show ever.
Yeah.
Secrets out.
And in it, there's a couple times people were, but it's always Korea. It's never Japan.
Oh.
They get married in Korea, and it was like an assembly line where they get married, and they get they basically say their vows and then move them out.
Yeah,
and the
it's
next
like
person
standing in
goes
line for like prom pictures. You just
So I was
It's
like,
just like- it's
I was like,
just-
I need them to find somebody that this season there's this woman who loves Japanese culture, and they show her fighting with a sword and stuff in her backyard, and she's got a Japanese guy that's coming but he's giving her the runaround. So I'm like, I'm not going to see this KFC wedding in this thing.
So another one was I learned just last week that my buddy Dan at work, his parents live in a parsonage.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Are they pastors?
his dad is. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And
Freeloader.
I never knew that word. I've
No.
heard it, but I never would have connected.
I would have never said it.
yeah, it's funny the things we talk about here, and then people bring stories from their real life to you that like kind of relate to it. It's fun. It's been kind of a
Love that kind of feedback.
love that
Yeah.
kind of feedback.
It shows people pay attention.
Yeah.
That they care.
So
A whole bunch of people told me last week that or the other week that it is actually called Figment. Is the dragon, not Pigment.
So
Mad people told me, they were like, hey, people love to tell you you're wrong.
Oh,
I got so many texts.
Was that Labyrinth stuff?
No, it was
the popcorn
Disney.
bucket.
the popcorn bucket thing we talked about. I don't know if you listened to that episode.
I listened to them all.
I got corrected today from
About what?
when I apparently Ladybug is not a Japanese beetle. Somebody tweeted that. So
You dumb asshole.
I wanted to correct you, but I didn't.
you didn't know.
I didn't know.
No, like I confused it with an Asian beetle,
Does an Asian beetle look like a ladybug?
exactly like a ladybug.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I tweeted back the picture of side by side, but it was your buddy,
Oh, B. Morguner?
Jimmy Moorer, and I'm not gonna.
He texted me today. He was like, just got caught up on all the episodes, still making me laugh. And I was like, all right.
I'm not gonna argue with somebody who is a bug expert.
Yeah, he's
so,
a pest.
True.
He's a pest
Yeah.
guy.
He does
So-
run American Pest in North Baltimore for all
my
your pest
God.
care needs.
Oh my god.
We got to get it.
We got to split those 3 ways.
Right. He might send me a 5-spot in the mail.
Oh,
I'll buy 2 more Mickey's ponies.
you can buy a case of Mickey's for that, right?
Let me get one more Trulies, man. Yeah.
So my other buddy at work, Brian, listens every week, and he is an audiophile. He's got a great ear. He's given me some recommendations.
I don't like that term, audiophile.
I know it sounds creepy, but that's what somebody
Sounds like a mid 2000s rock band.
So, but he had a recommendation for like a question. So it wasn't. Actually, it was a recommendation, but when he brought it
a
up,
question for us to discuss on air.
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So
Tweet at us next time.
so
Jim
when
Joe Steve.
Brian definitely doesn't have Twitter.
How about Instagram?
Or you know what's so funny? I said that to him. I said, "Oh, you should send that on Twitter," and then he kind of looked at me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he does have Twitter."
The
So,
ladybug's back.
Oh my god.
I swear.
oh my god, it really is in the light.
Again, screeching
It
halt.
was screeching out.
Not me
Konnichiwa.
this time.
It's not a Japanese
that?
beetle. It's so funny. So when Brian said this, one of what I'm going to get to in a minute immediately came to mind, and I'm kind of pissed that this is what came to my mind. So I'm going to say 2 words, and something's going to come to your head. So I want you to tell me what comes to your head when I say this. Music video.
MTV.
Like, not a specific music video comes to mind.
Nope, I love them all.
Oh, mine instantly when you said it was "Put 'Em on the Glass."
What's that?
A Stir Mix-a-Lot song.
No,
You don't know that?
I don't know
if I
know
have
that
if
one.
I have to think of a music video and say pop when it comes to mind, it's Metallica's One.
I need help. I'm in terrible trouble and I need help.
I think Thriller. Because that was like the first like big music. Like I remember staying
None
up.
of you guys have heard "Put 'Em on the Glass."
Hold on, let the intern play it up.
All right.
You know what the song?
No, I don't think I've ever heard it.
The video is scandalous.
It sounds like it'd
do
be
you-
beautiful.
Do you remember? It was called The Box,
Oh, I love the box in the morning.
where you would pay.
I never paid.
You would
Yeah, I
pay.
did.
You would pay.
I paid 2 times over it.
Box music television you control. Yo, Brooklyn, crazy ass Queens, and money making Manhattan. What's up, y'all? Are y'all checking for the box? You miss your favorite music videos? Well, peep this out.
My the guy I talked about it on a couple
I
episodes ago,
always
Brent.
thought I'd meet someone in real life that actually paid.
2 times.
Twice.
So here it is.
This guy Brent that I talked about that worked with Eric at
Is that real name Brent?
his real name. is
True
Brent.
name Brent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he was the one that did the dirty stuff to the food.
Yeah.
PP
So
and
his
You didn't. I'll never
his-
forget that.
his mother his mother he stole her credit card
Nice.
Sounds like
or
a good
just
guy.
took his credit card.
Classic
and,
Brent.
And he played "Put 'Em on the Glass" 20 times one morning. We spent the night at his house, and he just put it.
You guys
put 'em-
love repetitive music.
and it was just
Yeah,
Put,
I never thought. It is true.
yeah. "Put 'Em on the Glass" though is
Can I get a
it's,
beer?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
it's Sir Mix-a-Lot where
it was the follow-up
The baby got
single
back.
to,
to Baby Got Back. So
that wasn't as popular.
it's like a whole bunch of car. It's a car wash. So when you're
that
like
video.
when you're like 15, you're like, "Whoa, this is the greatest video I've
YouTube
ever
that
watched
video.
in my life."
the one that came to my mind was Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know why.
Where did,
I thought you-
where did he go? I mean, where did he come
where did
from?
he come
Isn't
from?
it? That's
I've heard
about,
of
you
it.
know what that's about? That's about STDs, getting an STD.
Is it for real?
No.
Yeah, I just learned this like on a podcast or TikTok like a week ago.
I mean, that's
It's
the only
like-
thing
it's
that
like how,
exists
like,
for information anymore. Podcasts
Like
and
Love
TikTok.
Shack's about getting knocked up, like pregnant.
Love Sacks?
Love
Shack.
Shack.
Oh,
The
Love Shack.
B-52s.
Love Shack.
Yeah, but that's like Cotton Eye Joe's about like getting
Which one?
syphilis or hepatitis or something.
I mean,
What,
One of the-
what
one of
does it
the
matter?
bad ones.
Yeah,
What
one
are
of
the
the
curable
ones.
ones?
Yeah.
The fun ones.
I haven't had a Mickey in 20 years.
You know, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Better than
It's
IPA. I'll
completely
tell you
It,
that.
drinkable.
it tastes exactly how I remember.
Yeah.
Dude, so I stopped drinking for about 8 years because I was out of control, and and it was fine. You know, I understood. Like it just like one beer would turn into 4 nights of just craziness. So Steve turns 40 this summer, and so we had a party for him. And I was just like, you know what? 8 years. I was like, I think I can like have, you know,
It's
have
under
some fun.
control.
Yeah, I proved to myself. I don't have to prove anything, but I was like, you know what? But I don't like drinking beer anymore. Like the taste just left me. So I'm at his house and I'm just like, dude, is there anything other than beer? And he's like, oh my God, you gotta try these Trulies.
Things that have changed.
Dude, it's insane. They're the greatest invention. Like if they were around when I was 16, I'd be dead.
It's like getting out of jail for the first time after a decade, and technology is just enhanced so much.
Please tell me
Yeah,
the
it's like,
McRib
it's
is
like,
back.
It's like finding the internet just that first night.
That the porn is
Walls are
free.
sticky.
It truly seltzers are
I mean,
are
they're a
good.
game changer.
They definitely
It
are.
is. It's almost illegal.
Have you had the high noons?
Well, too many of them in driving will be.
No, I think I did, but I don't remember.
Oh, the high noons
So-
are the best.
They're more like, aren't they the ones that
They're
are
a
more?
cocktail.
Yeah, they're more like mixed drinks.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
High noons?
Yeah. They don't.
They don't taste
They-
like this. They
they- I
taste
don't- I
like
think they say-
screwdrivers.
There's no sugar in them. That's a difference.
Last week,
Would you
my-
like one? I have some upstairs.
Last week, my
Yeah.
wife and
I'll get you one.
my wife Jim and his old lady went to.
That wasn't me, babe. I swear.
we went out and it was the first time I had a high noon, and I was not a fan of it. It was watermelon, and I think that was the
man,
that was the
watermelon's my
mistake.
second favorite.
I should have got
behind
pineapple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pineapple.
I think there's a pineapple. I think I'll check.
I'm all right.
I'll
I'm
give
all
it-
right.
I'll-
One day I'll have it. So
that tastes
maybe
good
maybe
today.
it's today. I don't know.
when you guys are taking a piss and you start, so you're starting,
Right.
like halfway through, do you flush the toilet before you're done and
No.
see if you can finish peeing before the toilet actually flushes?
So I have done that before.
I do that all the time and I don't want to. It's just
You do it
something
all
I
the
do.
time?
Like probably like 80%.
I don't want to fumble around behind me trying to flush the toilet.
Hold up. Yeah, I do it all the
So
time.
when is the winner? Like, do you win if you finish
Sometimes,
before, or do you
sometimes. The
win
older I
if you
get-
outlast the flush? Like,
it only matters when the water goes through the.
right.
Yeah,
so,
but is winning
but when do
is
you
finishing first
I
or the
don't-
water?
Before it turns
I
off,
don't
right?
know. I just saw somebody talk about it. I thought it was something.
so
I
when are
just
you
did by
happiest? When you finish? When
I'm
you can just
never
walk
happy.
away?
No, I just and it's something maybe it's like being impatient. I don't know. It's just something I do, and I catch myself doing it all the time.
God, I bet this is one of those things that like we're gonna hear about. Like, people, I do that too. I do that too.
Well, I've heard that there's two types of people: the people that keep their toilet bowl clean, and the other half that pisses off the poop that's stuck
a
to
chipper.
the side.
A chipper. They're called
Remember
chippers.
that movie?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a name for those
Yeah,
type of
Stephen J.
people.
Cass.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I'm a chipper.
Yeah, you're either a pisser or a chipper.
Wow, I didn't know that there was a name for it.
You know
but
what? It's
fucking
funny.
A.
The clip you sent me this week of that movie because I look like the guy from
Steve Little.
Steve
Little.
Little.
Oh my
God,
God.
and now we get to post that picture to Twitter. Along
Yes,
with
I-
Steve.
It is.
I
uncanny.
was going
Follow
to try to
Ginger
work it
Steve
in,
show.
No, it's fine.
but the
But
fact that you brought it up,
That the TikTok you sent.
I mean, is that
I literally thought
Is that not
picture.
Steve?
Oh my
I thought
God.
that was one of those like face mashups where they took that guy and mashed his face up with Steve,
It's
but that is
scary.
just straight up
It's
that
funny.
guy.
It is
living
funny.
double
It is
life
fun.
here.
But it is
gotta-
that
we gotta get
movie.
Steve
That
Little
movie's
on
called
the podcast.
Coffee House, and
Yeah,
that's where they talk
And
about
I thought it was like a movie coming out. But
Oh,
it's been
yeah,
out
no.
since like 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those
yeah.
movies that kind of snuck by.
Have
I've
you,
never
now,
heard
do
of it.
any of you guys have you ever used the back of the toilet as a table and eaten like cereal in the back
No.
while you're
No,
while you're pissing?
no,
Never.
no.
No.
Neither have I. I heard this today. I heard that.
Next subject.
What kind of cereal was it, Steve?
So you sit,
Frosted
you
Flakes?
sit facing the.
I've been so hungover one time, and where you want to eat cereal, you like I was like, I just
You
want to eat
sit
something,
down facing.
but I gotta pee, so I put it down and then just straddle the bowl.
That might be a game changer in my life,
I mean, you have a table sitting right there.
and it's just not being used.
Yeah, I might be making all this up, but
Oh, you're not.
I can see my son doing that because he'll just watch YouTube,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just like
He
40
would-
minutes goes by. I'm like, you done? He's
Yeah,
like, yeah.
my son would never leave the toilet if he figured that out.
I have
He
to take
would
both.
camp
I
out
have to
there.
physically remove some of my kids, especially like 10 o'clock when it's bedtime. All of a sudden, both of them have to poop every night.
now when you get after you get out of the shower, since we're on bathroom subjects, when you get out of the shower, what's the first thing you put on?
Hold on.
Underwear.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deodorant?
Well, I meant clothes wise.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I put my pants on, then my underwear.
Some people might put a shirt on, like the Porky
No,
Piglet. I don't know.
I bring boxers into the
You
into the bathroom so I can walk out,
The video I watched,
and
the
I'm
guy
just not like
said his socks, which was
No
it
chance.
It
That's some
blew the other
American
guy's
Psycho
like
stuff.
he's
it
either
blew the guy's mind. The other guy, he was just like, "You're lying, you're lying."
Yeah.
And then I just was like, everybody puts on their underwear first. I was just testing the theory.
It's too
out,
much.
so.
It's too much humidity around your feet to put on.
Yeah.
exactly. And then like if you're in like even if you got a carpet, the floor's wet. Like that's one of the last things you do.
right because you're still in the bathroom and there's still things you got to brush your
Yeah,
hair.
that's
and
stupid.
all that stuff.
You know-
that guy either is full of shit or he's a complete psychopath.
Yeah, I think they were just full of shit. So that's like the worst feeling in the world is when you get out of the shower and you guys have a friend. You guys know this guy. I don't know if I should say his.
Then just say his name. I'll bleep it out if we agree.
Lou P.
Oh, man, I haven't heard about him in a while.
Lou has his parents or his grandparents own a beach house, and
Straight from 1970.
yes, and it's wall to wall carpet, even in the bathroom. It's wall to wall
My
carpet.
grandparents' house in Florida had carpet in the bathroom. It's very
There
weird.
is nothing weirder than
Yeah.
getting out of the shower and stepping onto like a shag carpet.
Yeah.
It is so
And
it's so off-putting.
at
It makes
least-
you want to leave.
At least in my grandparents' house, it was like it wasn't like special bathroom carpet. It was the same exact carpet that ran through the rest of the house.
Yeah, that's exactly
yeah.
how this is.
Super
That's just-
weird.
that was the
It's
style.
always smells just a little bit moldy.
Yeah,
you can't get it out because it's just always humid.
Because if you're, and then like if it's in the bathroom, it's around the toilet. It's gotta, it's
yeah.
all gotta be suspect.
Like how do you clean that?
you vacuum. All right, cool. Well, hate to put a damper on this party, but
That went fast.
That did
Yeah.
go fast.
All right. Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us.
This was awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did.
Maybe we'll come back for another one.
Maybe I'm like, yeah, maybe.
if people request you back, then we'll have you back for one more. How about
Yeah.
that?
Or you get voted off the island.
Yeah.
We'll start a Twitter poll.
All right. 3 votes, we'll get it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for listening. As always, follow us at
Jim Joe Steve on all social media platforms.
And if you can do us a favor, share us. Share us with your friends on your social media. Just
or just with someone else.
with someone
Text
else.
somebody
yeah.
the link. That's
Tell
it.
one other motherfucker.
Share us. Tell somebody about us. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Eric, for joining us today.
Yes.
For Jim Joe Steve Show, I'm Joe.
I'm Jim.
I'm Steve.
I'm Eric.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm taking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby.